Welcome to Blind Bourbon and Whiskey Reviews. I'm your host Lindsey, and this is John, risking his liver to discover new bourbons. We base our reviews off of a 25-point scale we developed and then multiply that by 4 to get up to 100. We start with 5 points for smell, then 10 points for taste, then 5 for the finish, and 5 points combined for the look of the bottle and the liquid inside. Now on to the review. Okay, we're doing a head-to-head with John today. I'm excited about this one. I really am. I think you're going to be very interested to see what happens. So,
Are you going to release what head-to-head we're doing right now? They know because of the title.
Yes, but we are doing a small batch head-to-head. Oh, there they go. Wheels
There
are turning.
goes my guesses.
Yeah, there goes your guesses. I picked two that I'm not going to divulge a whole lot just yet, but I picked two that I'm very excited to see John's reactions to because they're two relatively newer ones that we've gotten into, and I'm just really excited to see how he feels about these ones. So let's start off. So this is the first one. I marked him with, this one has a red dot on it, so John did that one first, but...
So the first one, you get spearmint.
Living animals can't talk. Right.
Quit making fun of me.
Got it. Oh, sorry.
Spearmint, barely any alcohol. The longer it sat out, the spearmint kind of transformed into floral.
Okay. It's interesting.
A little bit of oak and some tobacco.
Okay.
At first, I thought it was butterscotch, but it didn't have that buttery sweetness, but it was very sweet.
Okay.
So I think it's caramel. I had butterscotch, then I drew over it caramel.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's caramel.
Butterscotch is pretty pronounced. Caramel's a little bit more subtle, so...
For some reason, I can't think of what butterscotch smells like right now. Just a very, very sweet, but buttery.
Sweet, buttery, caramely note.
I don't even know.
Butter rum lifesaver?
Yeah, it's
Let's go back to those. They're my favorite.
I'd give it a 3.75 on the nose. It's
Okay.
good, but that spearmint, it overpowers most of it.
So everything kind of takes a back seat to the spearmint?
Once the spearmint kind of dissipates, it smells a little bit better, but I'm not going to change my score.
Okay. Fair enough. It's got nice legs.
So I originally said it was proofier than it smells.
Okay.
I think I'm going to change that a little bit. I think it's the rye. It's not an alcohol burn. I think it's a rye burn.
Okay.
I don't like that look. Am I wrong?
Maybe.
It does. I had a guess around 100 proof. I don't think it is. That's a tough one. The main note that I get on the taste is bubblegum. Like the pink bubblegum flavor. I don't even know what flavor that is.
Pink bubblegum? Well, most bubblegum is pink.
Okay, but what is that bubblegum flavor?
I don't know.
It's like a slight minty, but...
Right, so like double bubble?
Fruit, yeah.
Okay, so like a piece of actual, like, good old-fashioned bubblegum. Okay.
That's...
We're not talking chiclets or gumballs.
No.
We're talking, like,
bubblegum.
Nostalgic bubblegum. Okay?
I think if... I don't know. That note is just very weird to me.
Oh.
And I get that note the more that I chew it. You know, a Kentucky chew. But...
Bubblegum, chewing, got it. Alright.
You know, like that spice that the bubblegum has? I don't even know what bubblegum flavor is. Like, the more you chew it, it, like, releases it. And it's like straight bubblegum in your mouth.
And then it goes away. Doesn't stick around for long.
Get the rye bite and tingle. The flavor isn't like major rye.
Okay.
But the burn just reminds me of what a rye is. It's peppery. I don't get cinnamon.
Okay.
I usually get cinnamon with rye, but this time it's just straight black pepper. Oak is very strong. It sticks around through the finish.
It's always what I get on that.
Give it a 7 out of 10. This one was hard to rate all the way through.
Okay.
I don't know why you're smiling.
Like I said, I'm very interested to see how you rate these two side by side. I was gonna do Jack Daniels. We have a single barrel and another single barrel. One's barrel proof.
I would have gotten those.
But I knew you would have gotten those right off the bat. So I saw one of these poking out at me and I was like, let's do that one. And then I found another one that I was very intrigued by. So we'll see.
So the finish is long and spicy and oaky. I can still taste it in my mouth. The oak is just sticking. A little bit of char.
Okay.
Char is not as strong as it usually is for a long finish. Usually I get that major charred taste on my tongue, but it's oak.
Okay.
It's woody. A perfect viscosity. It's nice and oily. It sticks and it sticks around for a while. It like coats your whole mouth.
Okay.
Burn all over the tongue. I give the finish a 4 out of 5.
Okay. That's good. It's a nice finish.
So my guess is around 100-ish proof bourbon. I'm going to change that a little bit to a 90-ish to 100-ish.
Okay.
Because I think that burn is more of a rye than a alcohol. So between 90 and 100. Quite a big range for me, but it's a tough one to rate.
Okay.
So you want to reveal the first one, or do you want me to go on to the second one?
Let's do the second one.
Okay.
I like revealing everything at the end. So we'll scoot that buddy out of the way.
Second one is way different, but similar scores all around.
Okay.
So I think you picked them very good to be a very close one. It's going to come right down to the bottle, I think. So this one edges out on the nose.
Okay.
Alcohol is just very minimal. I get a little bit of tingle, but it doesn't really present itself very much. A little bit of oak, some baking spices. I don't really know my baking spices very well.
We really have to just like go to grandma's pantry or something and smell some spices, because
There's floral on this one too,
okay.
and the caramel is a lot stronger than the first one, very more pronounced. I give it 4 out of 5, so just barely better than the first one.
Okay.
Get a small bite on this one. It's sweet. This one's, it's tough too. See, I had her pour me another one because I thought maybe the flavors dissipated from just sitting there. But the flavors are just soft and hard to get.
You'll understand. You'll understand.
I get a little bit of the rye peppery, just like the first one. It's oaky. It's floral on the taste. I don't really get floral much on the taste, but I do on this one.
Okay.
Kind of like a soapiness. I don't even know how to.
Like you just
describe
licked grandma's
floral.
bathroom potpourri.
But the floral's not a bad taste. It's different and interesting.
Okay.
I get a little bit of this, but it's kind of the star. It's honey. It's not as sweet as honey, but I get the honey flavors. So I think the rye and the honey are the two main
Components. No?
Yeah.
Okay.
I give this one a 7.5 out of 10. A little bit better than the last one.
Okay. How's the finish on it though?
It's medium. It's shorter than the last one, but they're both equally good in like completely opposite ways. The first one was thick and oily, burn all over the tongue. This one is a silky, thin-ish mouthfeel.
Okay.
It's pleasant. A little bit of oak sticks around, and a little bit of the spice and sweetness sticks around, so it's a very, very balanced finish.
Okay.
But I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5, just like the first one. Because they're both equally as good, just way different.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that brings the first one to a 59 and the second one to a 60. So we're pretty much head to head. It's all going to come down to the bottle.
Okay.
Now my guesses on the first one was a 90 to 100-ish proof bourbon. My guess,
Give me a guess. You know what small batches we got in there.
okay.
Throw some out at me.
I don't know. We have so many small
We
batches.
have a lot of small batches.
I get floral on both of them. Floral, I get a lot with Four Roses. But I don't know which one it would be. They're... That's about all my guesses is. I can't even think of anything. I feel like one of them has to be.
All right. So one of these we've been drinking for a little longer than the other one. The other one you just started getting into maybe a month or two ago. You just started picking it up, and I think mainly because he did enjoy it when we went to one of our favorite restaurants. But it's one of the ones other than like Jack Daniels and Jim Beam that a lot of restaurants carry.
Okay, I think I have the guess now. The first one is Knob Creek.
Yep.
And the second one is Four Roses. Is it?
So,
Oof.
first one was Knob Creek, 100 proof.
Okay.
So he was close with that one.
So I had the proof on before I changed it. It's at,
Yep.
Okay.
It's 100 proof. So, we recently started getting into this one. I love the smell of this bourbon. Love it. It smells spectacular. When we get it at a restaurant or anything, like it always wafts over to me, and I'm just like, man, whew.
See, we don't have a lot of restaurants that carry good bourbons. It's always Knob Creek is like the best, and then I
Yeah.
started drinking. I'm like, it's definitely the best they have. That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna get. And
It's
then I bought
definitely
a
better
bottle.
than like Jack Daniels and Jim Beam and stuff like that. So,
I can tell you their single barrel is way better, but this
Yeah.
is decent.
yeah. So this
Little-
is the first one. Second one is Four Roses. So I wanted to butt these two together because they are close in proof. Four Roses is 90, Knob Creek is 100.
Okay.
They're both small batches. And I think you enjoy them both about the same, but I thought you would be a little more partial to Four Roses.
That was the second one?
Yes.
So
this
I
is
did like the
second
Four
one.
Roses better, but if I were to go in the cabinet,
You
I
probably
actually
picked
would have
that.
picked the Knob Creek. Okay, there's something. I rated we did the neat review of that Four Roses,
Yep.
and then I bought this one, and I could tell you they were both way different. The batches. The first one was way better. This one was just an average batch to me.
It's your own choice. That's why we do this.
That's why I haven't drinking that one. I'm like,
yeah, I
drinking?
see.
Haven't
Drunk.
I don't know my past tenses.
Yeah, John hasn't enjoyed this one as much as he
It's
did the
still
other
good,
one, but
but-
it is still good. And I wanted to do something a little borderline that everyone can get their hands on, everyone knows pretty well. So, going to finalize our scores. So, Knob Creek being first, what do you think of this bottle?
Oh man, this is tough. Okay, so I like the wax on it. It's got like Knob Creek stamped into the wax. The label's like clean cut and rough at the same time. I like it. I like the square bottle. I'm gonna give. I didn't do color yet either. Color is nice. It's
Knob Creek
dark.
does has a really
Yeah.
nice color.
It's because they do. I'm pretty sure they have more age than that one, so I think this one's gonna be darker. This color, I'd give 2.25 on color.
Almost perfect.
Almost a little
Okay.
bit darker, and that one's perfect, which probably would be their single barrel, 120 proof.
Yeah.
So that's the second. That's the first one.
Yes. So this is just their normal small batch.
Okay, the bottle. It's nice. It's elegant. It's,
Covering your face.
yeah, always covering my face.
Gotta
It's
do
something that you see and you know what it is
Yep.
because of the label and stuff. I do like it, but I'm going to give it a 1.75.
it. Okay.
So which would bring that up to 59 plus
4 points. So 16. So 75.
75.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
Pretty much where I thought you would rank that.
I thought that would be around an 80. I don't add this to my leaderboard because the side by sides you're drinking 2 whiskeys, so I don't think you get
Right,
100%
you're not just doing an
accurate
individual
scores.
something.
So that might rate a little bit higher if we were doing it on its own, but 75 for that. I think
That's
it's
pretty.
I feel like
pretty
it's a little
adequate.
low for
Yeah.
that, but okay. Okie. All right, this bottle, it's taller and fatter. You'd think it would hold more whiskey, but they're
Yeah, but this is narrow at the bottom and thin, and then it gets fatter and wider. So it's like this, and it kind of comes up.
So what happens if we end up in a tie? Rock, paper, scissors.
Sip
See,
off.
I like the cork on the Knob Creek better. I like the synthetic because they get tighter and you get a nice cork pop. This one is wider and wood, but still nice. I don't like the paper label as much as the wax on that. I like the 4 roses engraved in it.
Yeah,
I
we
love
like
the
that.
story of 4 roses and everything. We'll go with color first. Color is a little bit lighter. 1.75 on the color.
Okay.
Can't even remember what I rated Knob Creek anymore. Always covering my face.
Well,
A bottle, I think I'm also going to give 1 point. I'll give it a 2. I like the bottle. I like their single barrel bottle a lot better. I actually think I like the Yellow Labels bottle a little bit better than this one.
okay.
So what did I say, 2?
So yeah, that'd be 3.75. So
15 plus 3.75 times 3. My calculator can't even math.
someone can't enter it incorrectly.
Plus what?
So you need to do
So
18.75 times 4.
75.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh, we have a tie.
I'm not surprised though. I don't. Here you go, guys. There's a first. We have a tie. I don't
knew they
know.
were so much similar on the
Uh-huh.
scores, but way different on the palettes and noses and finishes.
But they have the same feel to you. So I guess in my sight, this is pretty awesome because you have 2 completely different whiskeys made by completely different companies that you ranked the exact same.
And every batch could be different.
Right.
I can definitely tell with 4 Roses. Knob Creek, I feel, is very, very consistent. Every batch I've ever had.
Yes. Four
So they
Roses
might
has
have
their
bigger
different
barrels.
batches, different barrels, different everything. So,
So I'm curious, what did I rate on the 4 Roses small batch when we did neat?
I'm not
I think it was
sure.
a little bit higher than that one, right?
I think so.
Let's check real quick. I don't even know where my leaderboard is. So for 4 Roses small batch, I got 79, so I wasn't that far off. So
No.
that batch was a little bit better than
Yep.
this one.
What you said. So that's fair.
So we'll do that head-to-head small batch, but I think they both move on because they're both equal. And maybe they'll eventually catch up or get knocked out by a different small
Yeah,
batch.
you never know. I might have to buy another one of these and try out a different batch of them too and see.
I'll keep buying those and I'll drink this one, but it's not amazing.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. We're head to head and we're even keeled with these two. So
That
was
first
pretty
one
awesome.
reminded me of 4 Roses right off the bat with the smell.
Yeah.
That was weird. The second one, I couldn't even place what that was.
There you go.
All right.
Moving them on, both of them, into the small batch finales over here. So that wraps up this review. Leave a comment if you have tried this whiskey and let us know what you thought. Please like and share us to social media, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to leave a suggestion for our next review. Thanks for watching.